Most of the time, I come straight out and tell you where I'm at, but this time you gotta guess. I've got some clues for you. These stone stairs are that first clue. I hope you get the sense this place is old and this city is covered with archaeological sites. This stone wall, if you recognize the architecture, might be another clue. I've got a whole bunch coming up. This city is so incredible. It's one of the few places on the short list for it might be the oldest inhabited city in Europe. And that's a big clue in itself. If you know about European history, you probably know Rome is super old. It's not on the list. So this city where we're at right now is one of those cradle of civilization type of places. We've only been here for one night and oh man, I am falling in love with this city. It's so cool. All right, we got some more clues coming up here. If we look over in this direction, you might be able to make out a whole bunch of some modern city, but some concrete block architecture, hinting at a communist past. But it's probably not one of the communist nations you think of first. As we come around, now, if you've been here, you already know where I'm at. You can see it's a city covered with hills, a city with the spires of mosques. And then you see those red tiled roofs hinting at the Balkans. And this place was indeed Ottoman, and before that Byzantine, before that Roman, before that it was Macedonian, and before that, the biggest clue, this place was Thracian. Well, if you've already guessed Bulgaria, you're probably better at this game than I am. And if you knew this was Plovdiv, then you've probably been here before. This is a city a couple weeks ago I didn't know existed, and I absolutely adore this city. Where we're standing right now, we're on Nebet Tepe. Nebet Tepe right here is the spot where civilization is 8,000 years old. People continually living on this hill. And you see it when you walk through, it's like if the stones could talk type of thing. The architecture is all a mix of different styles and different time periods. It's wonderful. And then when you head down into this little bowl here, you hit this little street art area that's gorgeous. It's like these little winding alleyways and places to sip coffee. What I'm loving about Plovdiv is it's really not just a vibrant city. It's actually like a living, artsy time capsule where you can step from a Roman theater type of thing around the corner to sipping coffee in a little artsy cafe. Incredibly beautiful place, and I'm stoked to show it to you. As with any city of hills, there are a whole bunch of places to get really awesome views over the city, but this spot in particular is by far my favorite. It's a spot that if you come here to Plovdiv, you're definitely gonna go. It's gotta be like tourist spot #1. It's the top of Nebet Tepe, and these little benches under this tree just have this gorgeous view over this little old town. But even more than that, you can also see like all these different periods of construction of the fortifications right here on the top of this hill. And a little bit later in this video, we're gonna look at those different periods of construction. It's super, super beautiful. Looking the other direction, like the trail's a little bit harder to get up to this view, but there are pretty views in every direction, which makes sense. Like it's ancient fortifications, you gotta be able to see incoming armies from every single direction. The prettiest one is of course over the red roofs of Old Town, but this place is amazing. This is the Old Town here on Nebet Tepe. And I know everyone loves an old town, but this old town feels old. It's so cool. I mean, I've been a lot of places in Europe, and it's so unlike even those old plazas in like Poland and Germany that you can tell they've been reconstructed. It even feels older than a place like Belgrade, which is another place that's probably been inhabited for nearly 8,000 years. But it's the fact that this place somehow has withstood the test of time. It hasn't been destroyed at least as much by wars and natural disasters. And so you still have all of this authentic architecture. It's so, so beautiful. And of course, you can see a lot of this architecture is Ottoman, but a lot of it is not. You still get a bit of that Austro-Hungarian vibe, and of course, a whole mixture of different types of churches. And all that's not to mention the Roman ruins and the little alleyway cafes. Oh man, let's go check it out. This is the ethnographic museum. We didn't get to go in, of course, because we had our dog with us. Even walking into the garden is like, you're really not supposed to, but such a beautiful building. I love this blue. I love this little garden. These windows are beautiful. Incredibly gorgeous place in the middle of an incredibly gorgeous city. And these streets on Nebet Tepe. I mean, all these like riverstone type of things are obviously like super cobbled together, but they're not even at all, you know? It's like they're not even the same shape and size. They're just like mosaiced in. So, so pretty. course, every civilization that's come through has added and added and added to the fortifications, and it's super cool. We're gonna see that in a minute. This corner is really, really cool because you can see on the left-hand side how it's just like stones and mortar. It's much older than on the right-hand side, how you can see there's like bricks and stuff mixed in. I love when you can see different eras of construction like this. And this hill is covered with that. Being here in autumn is an amazing time, and just like anywhere in the Balkans, especially when there's hills like this, you get these incredibly gorgeous views with just like tons of different colors mixed in. Okay, here's one of the things I'm talking about. You see these little like dirt hills on the left? That's literally the original fortifications. Like the smoothing out of this hill, and it's just like retaining wall and whatever, just to like hold it up, is like thousands and thousands of years old. And then since then, it's been built onto. So here on the left, you can see like probably pre-medieval, maybe even like Stone Age wall. Like they bring up these big stones because you didn't need mortar necessarily to hold them together. And before cannons were invented, you didn't need a lot more than just a pile of huge stones on a hill. But on the right, you can see how this is a really well-constructed cistern. This is probably from like Roman times or something. I'm sure a real historian would know better. They have these little lights that are super cute, especially at night. The way they all kind of change color at different times and whatever. And they just fit right in with the cobblestones. It's beautiful. Ugh, autumn colors. I love it. Here we're back at the Ethnographic Museum. Like I said before, we didn't really get to go in, but just to show like this little garden is so beautiful. And I love like the Ottoman architecture with that blue and the ornate stuff. So amazing. Bulgaria, like I can read Cyrillic, but I would have no clue. It's so strange the way that it's written. It seems like it's really common in Bulgarian that like the second letter is that kind of small b that you see, which makes the first letter softer. It's super strange looking. I don't think I've seen a church like this. Pretty small church of St. Constantine and Elena. The crazy thing is when you come in, all of this architecture looks super Ottoman. And it probably is. I don't know. It was probably converted to be an Orthodox church after the Ottomans left. I love the little garden. And there's this big bell tower next to it, which is really pretty, right on Nebet Tepe. But as soon as you enter, like all of this is very Orthodox. Sorry, I know my footage inside the church is not great, but I was just trying to be super respectful and incognito. And there are a few churches coming up, I'll have much better footage of what it looks like inside. It's interesting, the Bulgarian art is very different than like the Serbian and the Russian Orthodox churches that I know of. Especially for a church that's converted after the Ottomans left, like this is relatively recent in Orthodox history. I love this little monument to the painter, and it's super fitting in the city. There are art studios everywhere. Like I was saying, art studios everywhere. This is moving down towards that area where there's this little maze of cafes and bars and little alleyways. It's so fun. Like I said, art studios everywhere. This is the main mosque in the middle of town. We will go inside, but as is common, I would say like the exterior of the mosque is much prettier than the interior. This is, of course, the main walking street here through the center of Plovdiv, but there's some special things. There's a few different sections. So behind me, you can see there's like the heavily covered with trees and foliage. It's really, really beautiful and natural. Then up here in front of me, you're gonna see a lot more of like the Austro-Hungarian style, like the big gregarious buildings that are rad. And as you know, many European cities are built on top of older cities. And so you have like cities on top of ruins on top of ruins. And here in Plovdiv, it's really special the way they've done some things. So you can begin to see now that Austro-Hungarian type of action behind me. Beautiful, beautiful places. Like the walking street continues up here, of course. But right here in the middle of town, I've never seen Roman ruins like this built into the foundation of like the shopping area. It's really, really stark and beautiful. Makes it super fun. Last night when we were walking around, there were people hanging out on the steps, having drinks or a coffee, just chilling and talking. And everywhere you look, it's very, very different, beautiful types of things. So over here we have little alleyways and places to get lost. Over here, like big main walkway with all kinds of shopping and stuff like that. It's really, really beautiful. There's a bakery up here, so I think that's what we're doing for breakfast. It is so cool the way this city is like built on top of these old Roman ruins, but like built in, so they're really a part of the city in a beautiful and interesting way. This little cafe is great, and right next to it, it's like this super Disneyland candy shop. You see something like this and you're like, oh, I totally understand how Hansel and Gretel could get trapped by this witch inside of here. If I saw this little Disneylandish place in the middle of the forest, I might get trapped too. One of the things I love about these old cities is how you have the new next to the old. And then on these crazy little streets, you have these beautiful spaces next to just random crazy street art. I'm not saying it's like super beautiful, but it's like edgy in a really fun and cool way. And here's breakfast. My recommendation if you come to the Balkans, in my experience, definitely have salty pastries. Like the sweet pastries can be great, but the salty pastries are another level, and it's a perfect breakfast. There's so many places that have like really old technology, and like really old being like from my childhood, but really cool to see. Like I love seeing little shops like this. Another little Orthodox church. This garden is so pretty outside. So I've become pretty familiar with Orthodox churches, and so far like a lot of this looks really normal to me. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But as soon as we turn towards the ceiling, like I couldn't tell you what it is because I'm not an artist or a historian, but the style of art looks so different from the other Orthodox churches I know of. It's really beautiful and awesome. Like every Orthodox church I've ever been to, one of my favorite things is looking towards the ceiling and trying to decode which Bible stories are we looking at. It's really beautiful. Such a beautiful city. After living in Latvia for 6 years, I have to say, I really do appreciate hills. If you don't know, Latvia is probably the flattest country in the world. It's literally the flattest country in Europe. The Netherlands is close, but not quite. This is the old Roman theater, and it's really beautiful, especially the way they still use it for like concerts and performances and things like that. It has this awesome view over the city. Not quite as good a view as Nebet Tepe, but certainly unique. With like the way they've restored the backdrop with the Roman columns and everything, really beautiful space.
There's a little cafe outside of the Roman theater, so this would be a great spot if you just want to like sit and have that view for a little bit. I don't know the story behind it and everything, but you can tell when we go in, this is new. There's all kinds of like new money poured into this, and it's a beautiful space, especially for such a tiny little church. Super fun. Plovdiv is awesome. So now we're back into that little area with like the maze of little cafes and bars and whatever. This area is so cool.
This area of Plovdiv is amazing. It's called Kapana, and it's like this little maze of winding alleyway streets that are just covered with little cafes and bars. I was really impressed last night with the Bulgarian craft beer scene. It's quite incredible, and you can see, you just kind of wander and you turn a corner and everything is totally different in every one of these little streets. There's a lot of street art, a lot of greenery, a lot of lights, and a lot of just random, really cool, interesting decorations. I am absolutely loving it. We had such good times right here in this area in Kapana.
These are some of the really cool decorations I was talking about. And here you can see like the beautiful greenery that's all around, from flowers to trees to, it's just a gorgeous place. Of course, our little doggy is always looking to make some friends. If you come to this area, you'll see there are a ton of street dogs, but the ones that are tagged on the ear are generally really well taken care of. They're kind of like the city owns them, so people in these businesses will feed them and take care of them. I'm not saying they're like super clean, but they definitely don't have any diseases and stuff. They're taken care of by the city vets. If you're a fan of Friends, this bar is a really, really cool spot. We sat and had some drinks in a lot of different places, but this one is called Cat and Mice, and it's a really cute little spot. Sit and have some beers. I'll be honest, pretty legit little bottle list. Lots of Bulgarian beers and lots of imported beers. Super, super fun spot. The cafes and establishments on the outside of this mosque are really, really beautiful. You know, I was trying to be like super discreet, but there's no sign saying you can't film in the mosque, just saying you have to cover yourself up and not wear shoes. So I've been to some really incredible mosques, and this one is definitely prettier on the outside, but you can see it is ornate. It's a beautiful space. What's much more beautiful to me is just being in a space where you can see people worshiping. And I'm a Christian. I know obviously we have fundamental differences, but they are worshiping the Creator. So honestly, I only have respect.
Oh man, it is hard to express how much I really love this little city of Plovdiv, Bulgaria. It is a place I guarantee I will be back to. There's so much left to see. One night here is just touching the surface. And honestly, the coolest thing is just like hanging out. I really look forward to meeting some people next time we're around. We will be back and we will be spending some time. And when we do make it back, I'll certainly put together something that's a whole lot more well organized and really talks about the city well. When I do, it'll be hooked up here. And until then, maybe the video on screen is more interesting, so check it out.